What's up, fellow traders? Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Wednesday, July the 10th. And we had an interesting day today. The market moved to all-time highs on both NQ and ES. This thing just simply totally ripping to new highs. Crazy to see. We've had multiple new highs made over the last couple of weeks. Looking at NQ, going back to July, the early part of the month here, we are just literally doing this stair-step approach up to new highs on a regular basis. So we've seen this uptrend sideways, uptrend sideways, uptrend sideways, uptrend sideways, big uptrend. I don't think tomorrow is going to be sideways because we do have core CPI news at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So I do think we're going to see something happen, whether we have another continuation upside or we fall back down. So kind of interesting to see how tomorrow is going to play out. Same kind of thing is going on ES. Had a massive move up on ES today. Yeah, just crazy. This market is just ripping. The Dow also moved up quite a bit today, but we're not at market highs. Market highs are up here near the 40,800. As far as my trading goes on the funded accounts today, as you can see, we did have an almost $900 red day, essentially on two accounts. I did lose both of these accounts. Unfortunately, the other accounts I traded okay on. I mean, nothing great, but 138 to 200 bucks, 204. These accounts almost 200 pretty much on average. The bottom two here were up a little bit. So I'm pretty happy with the way I traded on these accounts. However, these two just simply, we got into a bad way on those accounts. One thing of note, I did not, as we had this big move to the upside, I obviously didn't have any levels, and I oftentimes mark something, and I didn't do it today. I literally was just kind of trading the pullbacks, kind of a price action free trading style, and I was just wrong, and really ES was the problem. This was the two accounts that I lost today. This was where it happened in this move. Couple things. I did trade these during the afternoon session in what is called the death zone for me. That's my terminology. I usually do not trade very well from noon until 2 o'clock, and typically I shut down my charts. I was working on some evals today, didn't do so well. Had a pretty big loss on a take profit eval. I still have it, but I had a pretty big loss on it today, and a couple 150K accounts, a little bit up on the one, down a couple $100 on the other, but I did lose a couple Apex 50Ks. So I was trading those, and that's why I kept my chart open. And I saw this move, and I jumped in on my funded accounts, and just not smart. This is what's interesting, and I put it in my note on well, just basically, I entered a long trade, was incorrect, and then I immediately entered short, and it happened twice, and that's where we lost the accounts. And to be truthful, after we were in this, after I was in this position here, I think it was after this, maybe it was after this trade, I only had a couple $100 left over, less than 200. And I said, you know what, I'm going to enter again on some move at some point here today. And I'm either going to have a good win and get these accounts back up a little bit, or I'm going to lose them. They're going to be rebuilding soon anyway. And I just don't want to, I either want to make some progress or just blow the account. One of the things that I do think I need to do, and that is to go back to a lifetime fee. I've been paying these monthly fees, and I have these accounts for, like this one here, 18 days. It's just about ready to rebill. This one for 30 days, so it's a couple days away. But anyway, I've had these accounts for 30 some days, so that's we're getting to the 2-month frame. So $85, 2 months, that's $170. I can pay a lifetime fee of I think $140. I think so. The way I'm trading, I am holding on to them longer. I'm also not getting payouts, at least not the last couple of months. I've been kind of in a funk, but I may switch that if I pass some more accounts, switch to a lifetime, just because I'm holding on to them a little bit longer. But going back to my note from today, let's go to TradeZella. Here's today, 892. Couple of red days here this week. A little bit red on the month, nothing major, not something we can definitely bounce back from it. I am not that alarmed about that. 2200 on the month is where we're at from a red perspective. And then here's what I want to get to, looking at the note I put today. Tough J on 2 accounts, created a red day, NQ and ES at record highs intraday, and just made some bad trades, mainly entered pullbacks and entered too quickly. That's exactly what happened. A couple of notes. This is what stood out to me, and this is why I take notes and journal. And for example, this trading chart. It's an Excel form. I just put down, you know, what the trade was, what my play was, what my profit ticks were, drawdown ticks, whatever. But I can see my short trade, excuse me, my short trades, my long trades for the day. Didn't trade the Dow. ES, I sucked at today. 1 win and 6 losses. NQ, I was up 11 wins and 5 losses. And ES was where the problem was at. However, all, not some, but all of my short trades today were losers. Every one of them. So the big note to myself is do not short when the market is making all-time highs on a big move day. That's really my big takeaway from today, because this market, this market made a big move up today, and when I shorted, every time I was wrong. I mean, every time. There wasn't that many. I think I had like 5 short trades today, but they were all incorrect. So big, you know, big note to myself. The key thing on the days like this is just look for pullbacks and go long. And that, you know, definitely would have helped my day, but it is what it is. Again, I'm quite happy with the trading on the other 5 accounts. These 2, we lost them, and you know, it is what it is. So we didn't have that much drawdown left, and the others are in pretty decent shape from a drawdown perspective, and they're all in that 49,000, 49.4, the bottom 2 49.5. So yeah, 49 to 49.5, and then this one account we're at 250 in profit. So I'm happy with where those are at. Obviously, I want them better. But these 2 we were definitely not in a good position on, so they are no longer with us, but it is what it is. Also note, if you have not heard, the Apex sale did get extended to the end of the month, so we have all of July to purchase 150, 250, 300K accounts at the $40 price tag, and if we pass those, we get an $85 lifetime PA fee, which is awesome. Also 80% off all other evals, so that is a great deal, and the one-day pass does stay. I'm not a huge fan of the one-day pass. It doesn't really matter. I think it actually promotes bad habits if we try to pass accounts in one day, or it can, but in any case, that is there. Some of you obviously probably do very well with that. I personally don't do that well with one-day pass. I'm just trying to pass the accounts. If it takes me a couple of days or so, no big deal. I have definitely passed them in one day on news, but you know, whatever. So anyway, but the big thing too is I do have a custom code, like I updated yesterday. My code BCT now gets you the best deal, whether it's Apex or Take Profit. So BCT for Black Coffee Trader, that's pretty easy to remember, and that gets you the best deal. So thank you for those of you using my codes. I appreciate that, whether you're Take Profit traders or Apex traders or both. And once again, just thank you for hanging out, for supporting the channel. And if you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. I try to do these updates every single day, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have some levels in here and have something to go off of, and we'll see what this market does, if we continue to rip or if we go back to the downside. So we will see what happens. Have a great night. Have a great trading day tomorrow. I'll have another update for you tomorrow afternoon. So long.